Welcome to our Conscious Leader Circle, where we meet once a month to support each other through these uncertain and changing times, to help each other be grounded, energized, and focused, or what I like to say, centered, connected, and conscious. And today our theme is mastering manifestation with mantras. And I absolutely love mantras and affirmations. And they have helped me so much in my journey of healing and evolution and personal development. And I have some mantras that I have used since I was a kid, and then we create new mantras as we evolve and grow. So today what we're going to be focusing on is really focusing on that alignment, aligning our mantras with where we're at, what our goal is. You can think of a 6-month goal, if you want, or something bigger or shorter, but a 6-month goal is pretty sort of in the center of time to manifest. And then if we had mantras from our last mantra session in January or February, to see if we need to revise them, revisit them, and if they're still in alignment with who we are. So I first wanted to start the session by putting out to you guys a question of what do you think mantras are? Like, how do you relate to mantras? Not yet what the mantras are that you're going to be using or practicing with, but what do you think mantras really are? Anybody want to take a crack at that? Yana, go ahead.
Oh,
yeah, Yana.
It's sort of like, it's a manifestation of where you see yourself. So even if maybe somewhere in your mind you don't see yourself fully there, the mantra is you're visualizing and focusing and seeing yourself in that place, in the moment, right now.
That's awesome. Awesome. Anybody else want to contribute as to what is really a mantra? I mean, there's no right or wrong. It's just our relationship with it. But I'm just curious to see if you guys have thought about that. What are we actually doing?
Hey, Lydia, it's Teresa.
Hi, Teresa.
Hi. The way I see mantras, they're like words, intent, energy, and vibration focused on what we want to manifest and bring into our life. Yeah, basically, that's it.
Awesome. That's great. So a lot of intention, being able to visualize where we want to be by creating these words. Anything else? Anybody want to contribute, share?
It's sort of like refocusing your energy on the intention. So by repetition. So if I say blue and I repeat that in a calming tone, in a repetition, it resonates with you, with your I don't know what the word is, with your channel, I guess, your tone. So it's in such a way that you're calming your mind and you're taking in the information, and so it's resonating with you. So it's positive as well.
Yeah, so resonance, coherence, frequency, so intention, all that. That's amazing. This is all great stuff. Anybody else want to contribute to what do you see a mantra being, or what is it to you?
Mantra came to me is medicine. And as well, for me, it is intention, of course, to focus our mind and to raise our vibration, but also is devotion. I often use mantra for devotion, to connect with something greater than myself. Yeah. Mhm.
But tell me a little bit about devotion.
I don't even know how to express devotion, but I have I have practiced in some devotional channel, interesting, I would say, since I was a kid, you know, with the Virgin Mary. And as a Catholic, I would just sit and go sit in church and listen for the messages. And then as I got older, I became more interested in Buddhism. And in Buddhism, of course, there are so many devotional deities, both in Hinduism and in Buddhism. So I think it's an opportunity to connect with something. It's like, I feel that's why so many people today are feeling lost or disconnected in some fashion, because we no longer have that type of devotion in our Christian society. So much religion now is not taught or practiced in a home. So I feel devotion is very important on one's spiritual journey as well, to self-awareness.
Wow, any comments on that? Anybody want to contribute or share anything about that? Okay, so sorry, Teresa.
It's hard when I'm on the phone. I can't see you got here, so I'm kind of just putting it out there as my intuition kind of comes forward. The word commitment came to me as this lady was speaking about devotion. It's like a commitment, perhaps on our soul level, to follow through what is in our soul and our spirit, you know, the God force energy into the physical. So the devotion is like perhaps maybe like a repetition with intent to manifest our higher self and our soul purpose on the earth plane.
Yeah, anybody want to comment on that?
Lovely. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so this is all phenomenal. So what I'm trying to, create is a greater relationship with what we're doing from our own essence. So we're each unique, and we each have our own essence, our own soul, and our own soul path. And then from that place of connection, then to align with that, and then start to create words that can set intention with commitment to support us in achieving what we want to create in our life. And I always see mantras as something very simple based on the universal principle, everything is energy. And when we want to create something, first of all, as we're talking about now, ideally, and there's no right or wrong because everybody has their own experiences, ideally we want it to manifest from our soul, or what we're talking about, our essence, or from the divine connection with ourselves to something greater that, you know, is high vibration, that's beneficial for us. So manifesting from our soul and not our ego is part of the paradigm shift that we're living through right now. And I think I put a couple of weeks ago in the Pony Healing newsletter the quote that I used to hear as a kid: "Be careful what you ask for, you might just get it." And that's I was sort of like, you better think twice about that, Lidia. and then I realized that was really part of the old paradigm of just kind of, you know, trying to manifest anything you want, like from the ego without being conscious, right? And then when I was young, I read The Power of Positive Thinking, and I started really working with intention and affirmations and mantra, realizing it was more from my soul or from an aligned state. And when we can manifest from our soul, it's really a shortcut. It makes life a lot easier. We have that inner ease of being able to navigate through any circumstance because we're grounded, we're centered, we're connected, right, with our essence, our power, and we're conscious of what we're doing. So when we work with these sorts of tools, and mantras and affirmations are a tool, ideally, to make everything flow or to support everything in flowing and to make life easier, then when we can connect with our own essence, our spirit, and the divine, as I mentioned, within us and around us, then it really, really supports efficient manifestation. And the manifestation may not always be a linear line. Everything moves in a spiral. And sometimes we set the intention and create a mantra, and all sorts of things happen, and we question, well, you know, what's going on? But sometimes that is exactly what's meant to happen in order to get to where we want to go. And that's when relationship with self and being able to tune in to what we started our conversation with today. Where am I coming from? What does it mean to me? And how exactly am I manifesting? Are all very important foundational aspects in really creating effective mantras for manifestation. So I've always seen mantras as a frequency. So if I want to create something and I create a mantra and affirmation, and I visualize an outcome, then I've already set in motion that reality through a frequency, through my thoughts. The principle, everything is energy, right? So now that's out there in the universe. It's already like a plan, like it's already done. You know, that's the old principle in manifestation, to experience the outcome as if it's already done, not to hope for it. You can hope, which is great. It's not to exclude hoping, but then to go within oneself and breathe into it and be in your center and experience it as if it's already done. And this is talked about quite a bit in recent years, but I did that when I was really little without knowing that it was a principle. And then you have relief, like it's like, oh, it's already done. And now I just have to take steps to manifest on the physical plane. So it takes away some of the sometimes like the burden of achieving something or the unknown, because often we want to manifest something, we just don't know how to do it. But creating an aligned mantra is a phenomenal first step that gets us really in our power, to connect with our inner power with an inner ease about it, right? And to know that we're in alignment as we travel through that journey to creating that outcome. So when we set a mantra or affirmation, then it's already done on a frequency level. And our challenge as part of our evolutionary path is to integrate the material and spiritual and on the earth plane. And now we want to live it as a spiritual being in a physical body. But there's already a path, you know, cleared through the brush type of thing. And it's just for us to now take action and have consciousness around that. So that's my take on mantras.